Folks, you remember the PT Hemi Cruiser, the Cruiser, the PT Cruiser that's got a Hemi in it. You remember I shot it, I was in Cleveland, couldn't find anybody around it, we were at the sandwich board. Well, last week I got a comment on my YouTube channel from the guy that said that he had built a chassis, and look who I found today, the guy that built the chassis. Sir, your name?
Donnie Johnson.
Donnie Johnson, it's good to meet you, brother. Tell me about, first of all, Terry, let me get Terry too, Terry's the owner. What inspired this car? How did this all start?
Well, I've always loved the little car when they first come out, and I had decided to build one. Of course, you go through about 3 different people before you find the right guy.
Right.
Now Donnie and talked to him about building the chassis and setting the engine stuff up in it, and he did. I liked his work so well. I asked him, I said, Donnie, what all do you want to do in this car? He said, he kind of laughed. He said, what do you want me to do? I said, all you want to do.
Right.
So Donnie ended up finishing the car for me.
No kidding. Now, when Terry showed up and asked us, had you had any experiences putting a motor or changing something out like that?
Yeah, pretty much fabricated all my life, I guess.
Right.
As far as I've been into all types of racing, so always liked drag racing, always dealt with street rods, and done all types of applications there. From we've done circle track cars to road race to bush. I built a couple of bush cars. We ran the Dover Downs there a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
Ran out there when I was out on the East Coast, so
cool.
Got a lot of experience there at
So it didn't
GT1
scare
racing.
you?
So
It didn't scare you when he showed up and said, hey, I want to put a Hemi in a cruiser.
Yeah, well, about put anything together.
Yeah.
So
What was the biggest hurdle to cross while you were doing it?
Well, basically somebody else had started the car, so it was kind of
Oh.
like 3 different cars. The tops have been cut off of a car, and like I say, just it's a hodgepodge of different doors and backs and things like that to go with. But other than that, just really Terry brought in a Hemi motor and transmission, rear end. He had all the driveline components, so it's pretty much a matter of just deciding what the wheelbase need to be and the car ride height they need to be, and from there we just make it fit.
But now you had to change it from a rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, he had a TCI front-end suspension he had there for similar to the same thing he had under his 50 truck right here. So
Right.
we just modified that to work under this piece, and then we just pretty much added a full frame up under it, tied into the rear or the unibody suspension there, and just made the frame up towards the front, and then tied into the back and brought the full frame to the rear. Did a set of coilover shocks, adjustable rear shocks, 4-bar suspension in the back, narrowed the rear end to fit underneath the car.
No kidding.
And then we narrowed the front end slightly to fit up under the front so it would turn correctly.
So the car is actually narrower than a normal PT Cruiser?
No, well, actually it was narrower than the rear end that he had.
Oh, okay.
Narrowed it in to fit the.
I got you.
Fit the wheelbase back. Put it back to the stock PT Cruiser wheelbase that it had.
I got you.
So bring everything in from there.
Now, Terry, it started out as a wreck car. Did you wreck it?
No.
You just bought one?
Yes.
Okay. And then, obviously, you wanted a hot rod.
Yes.
But you stayed very nonchalant about it. Was that part of the a sleeper kind of a thing?
Started out with a sleeper. The only thing it had on it was the Hearst sign behind, the little emblem, and we had the Hemi sign, the small Hemi sign on the door.
Right.
Then this car's been in the World Wheels about 3 times, and they want me to do something different. The car don't get enough, people don't recognize the car. They just walk by it.
Right.
So we decided to do the sticker.
Well, it's funny because I told people, I said, I'm a little confused by this car because it's the perfect sleeper. I said, except for the big Hemi sticker that goes down the side of it.
Of course, most people don't believe that anyway.
No, well, yeah. They think you're a screwball, right? They think you can just put a sticker on a PT Cruiser. So, how long did it take to do the car?
Oh, it was probably, well, off and on. You'd probably be more like a 3-month project.
Right.
You really want to sit down and do it.
Right. So you guys worked on it for a year or 2?
Less than a year.
Less than a year?
Yeah.
Cool.
You see, the car is completely disassembled.
Right.
And it's painted, and everything is fitted. Then everything is tucked out. See.
I got you.
It's up to the paint shop, and it's painted, and it just comes back, and everything comes back together. Yeah.
How's it drive?
Super.
Yeah. Now is the Hemi in it pretty stock?
It is stock.
Yeah.
It's
It's
all
a
stock.
345 horse Hemi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's it out of?
It's out of a 2004 Dodge truck.
Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome idea.
The rear end is Dodge truck. The drive shaft is Dodge truck.
No
the transmission,
kidding.
yeah.
So it's built stout too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transmission, 6-speed automatic out of the Dodge.
Oh,
Everything
no
came
kidding.
out of it, so we married up the PT Cruiser electronics there, so the PT Cruiser gauges would work along with the truck engine compatibility there. So we were able to just tie in the ECM to the Dodge truck into the ECM for the PT Cruiser, so it all works factory gauges and such.
This is what I love about people, folks. This man's talking about like it was really nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is what you had to do. Bing, bang, walla, walla, wing, bang.
Yeah.
Things started up and ran. You know, here we go. But to me, you know, my mouth is open. You can't see me, but my mouth is open because, I mean, imagine the work that's gone into this to turn the car in to look like nothing's ever happened to it. That's the key to this, right? Is, I mean, you want a car that doesn't look like it's had a lot of work done to it.
Right.
You know? And then the engine compartment, you guys cleaned everything up underneath there. There's no hoses, no wires. There's very little that you see up underneath there. Even the battery's hidden, right?
Yeah. And out of sight anyway. But
Yeah. And that was that part of the plan?
Well, at first Donnie wanted to put the battery in the back. See, a lot of your race cars,
Right.
I guess that helps weight-wise,
Right.
and so forth. But I decided, you know, I want the battery in front.
Right.
In case you have to jump it off, it's easier up there, you know. So.
Right.
We tucked in the corner up there for his delight. So
I gotcha.
That works out. But, you know, get the motor set back, get the engine where you get a full radiator in it and get the motor back. And, of course, cut the firewall out. The dash is pretty much up against the firewall. We had to kind of work in all the electronics up in behind the dash. So there's not really a dash or a firewall, per se. They're right there together. So
I
get the
gotcha.
AC duct work now. We had to modify the vintage air system to get the duct work correct in it. So get to get some cool air. And then the transmission takes up so much room, too. It's so big and bulky that it's kind of, you got to squeeze in a tunnel. And then, of course, some rear drive shaft these didn't have. So we had to put a tunnel and all in it for that.
What about twist and flex? Have y'all supported everything? Or, I mean, that much? You're going from, a 4-cylinder in those things originally?
Yes.
To a V8 of 345 horsepower. You think it would just twist the car in half?
Yeah, it's got a full 2x4 framework to the back, a 2x6 up in front where the actually tied into the A-arms up there, and then let the motor suspended up there. So it's rigid. We added an extra cross member underneath behind the seat there to tie the body into the floor pan area, and you know really got a lot more support there. So the car's rigid. It works good on the corners. So it sway bars and all. So we put sway bar in the back and in the front, so or anti-roll bars, so it keeps the car stable.
I got you.
It handles.
Wow.
The Dodge dealers,
Yes.
this blows their mind.
Oh, I would think.
When I first talked to them, told them what I was doing, they said you can't do that. I said, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So when it was finished, we took it down to the local Dodge dealer, and it just blew their mind.
I bet. Yeah, no, it blew my mind. And I'll be honest with you, like you say, people walk by the car with the hood open and all. I still looked in there, and I tell people, if it wasn't for that big air cleaner or the big cover on top that says 5.7 Hemi, you'd walk by this and not even know it had a Hemi in it. But I mean, that's a credit to your work, brother. I mean, you have done one clean, nice job. No shortcuts. I mean, everything straight is. You would never guess this car's been totally torn apart and put back together. You know, and welded and stuff shortened and all narrowed and all that kind of stuff. That's the trick to it. It's a lot of work, but you made it look like it was simple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks like you must have just dropped the motor in and it started working for you, but that wasn't the case. So, man, anything else you can tell me about it?
Anything you need done, this man can do it right here.
Well, I'll tell you.
He's done work on the green truck.
All right.
And so he can do it all.
Now tell me, I got somebody out there that says they want one. Ballpark, what's a conversion to a PT Cruiser going to cost somebody?
Oh, I don't know, labor-wise, it depends on, well, like I say, the PT Cruiser for Hemi depends on what kind of Hemi, well, labor-wise, you're probably looking in a 10 or 15 range, somewhere there.
Okay.
And that'd probably be a custom paint on it as well.
No kidding, well that's not bad.
Yeah, it depends what all components they have. I mean,
Right.
A lot of it's just you can buy cross-counter components, and my job is just really just to build a custom frame for it, everything, so everything will fit right in.
Right.
This one, I cut my teeth on this one, so of course the next one will be a little bit simpler.
Right.
But
you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just not. I pretty much knew what I needed to do when I.
What's the name of your company?
It's Smoky Mountain Chassis.
Is it you have a website?
No, trying to set one up at this point.
Okay.
So, like I said, I just hooked up on YouTube. Terry told me the car was on there, and I said, well, I'll get an account on that. So I really don't do any advertising at this point. We stay pretty busy, but I've got some really good fabricators in there right now, and a couple of good paint guys. So we're really trying to expand. So we're looking for some work to maybe build a good business. So
I got you.
But we take on about any type of work.
What area are you in?
I'm in north of Chattanooga, in Georgetown, Tennessee.
Okay.
We're just up 58 Highway.
All right. But people can leave a note on your YouTube channel and you'll get that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right.
Yeah, we'd like to.
Folks, I'll try to get some cards.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. Jeez, please.
She's got a.
I'll try to get some cards from this man, folks, so that if you call me or you want to know how to get in touch with him, I can try to put you in touch with him.
Yeah.
We're gonna take one quick look around because I've done a video on the car, but I just want to show it one more time. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Folks, I appreciate it. Thanks so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now that we know what we're looking at, let's go look at it. And let's hurry before this lady goes to singing again. My goodness. Look at that. Look at that. How awesome is that? What a cool car. And now you know all the work that went into making it this way. You knew that it was a lot of work. So, hey, I'm gonna get out of here before this thing starts up again. I can't take it. So, hope you all have enjoyed it, and you got a little information on how to put a Hemi in a PT Cruiser. I'll see you.